Hey everybody, how are y'all doing? I hope you're having a good September so far. We're a few days in. I've had a sort of crazy day. If I'm a little out of breath, it's been a little last minute tonight. Had some running to do, and if you guys know, I live in South Louisiana, so greater New Orleans area, so we are hunkering down, yes, that is actual terminology, for a storm, which most likely will go to the east of us, but still have to be prepared. And then my family's planning on going camping, depending on what the storm does as well. So I'm trying to prepare for that, school with the kids. Homeschoolers don't usually take off Labor Day, or at least I don't. So we had school today, lots of errands to run, getting ready for the storm, all this kind of fun stuff. So if I'm out of breath, you know why. All right, so let's talk about books. I would love to hear what you guys have been reading. So at any point, I don't know if we'll have anybody be able to show up live. If not, of course, as you guys know, this will be on my page, so you can come back to it anytime. Leave comments, leave questions, leave whatever, and I'll chat with you later. So, but for whoever does show up tonight, you know, if you guys have some suggestions of good books that you've been reading, please share away. Or if you are looking for a recommendation, tell me what, you know, kind of genre you like, what you're looking to read. And then, of course, if you're participating in the summer reading challenge, then let me know how it's going. So I figured I'd just kind of start off and tell you a little bit about what I've been reading, which I haven't been reading a ton this summer. This has been a really crazy summer for me, a little bit stressful. Okay, a lot stressful. I've had a lot of things going on, both with the writing aspect of everything, plus just life and other things like that. So it's been a different summer for me. So I haven't been able to read as much as I would like, but I have been reading a book about building a story brand. So it's really just for any kind of business, but I'm taking some really good points from it to put into my own business, the author business. So I've been reading that a little bit here and there when I have time. Also, I've been reading a couple of novels written by some friends of mine that are still in progress, still in the works. So that's a lot of fun, and I'm enjoying that. I'm not able to do it as quickly as I would typically do. Like I said, my summer's been a little nuts. But I am enjoying that. I really love doing that. Getting to read what my friends are writing is a lot of fun, and to see their process through it is just a real honor to be part of that. So that's kind of been taking some of my reading time. Let's see, we think reading. So I'm planning on reading Grapes of Wrath, or I'm going to try to. I see Amy is with us. So Amy, this is for you, and I'm trying. I really am. I'm going to give it a good try for you. We'll see how we go. I'll let you guys know next week if I've been able to crack into it or not. Amy tells us that she just finished Little Fires Everywhere. Okay, so now that one I have not heard of. So you'll have to tell us what you thought about it. I'm actually typing it in so I can see a little bit more about it. Oh, yes, I have seen this book. I noticed the cover. See, you know, you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but you know we all do. And that's a really pretty cover, I think. I like the greens. All right, so yeah, you'll have to let us know if you liked it or not. And I have seen this one in a lot of places, so that's kind of cool. All right. And if anybody has any requests or wants to share any other books, please let us know. Hey, Amanda. Hey, Megan. All right, good to see you guys. So I'm just kind of chatting a little bit, kind of filling some time. I was explaining how my summer's just been kind of nuts, and it hasn't been like my summers typically are. So I haven't had a ton of time to read, but what I have been reading, I've been enjoying. And I'm looking forward to reading a good bit more this month than I got to read last month. At least that's the hope and the goal. So also last week, I did write a short story, and that was my blog post for last week. So if you guys missed it, you can go onto my blog, It's joyrancatory.com/logos and mythos. All right, so that's my blog, and you can go on there, and last week's is a short story. It's a fantasy short story, so if you are looking for something short to read, and this is very short. In fact, I don't know that I've ever written a short story this short. It's under 1,000 words. So it won't take you long. If you just want a short fantasy story to read, I would recommend it, of course, because I wrote it. But anyway, hopefully that's a good recommendation. I don't know. Others can weigh in on that one. But this will actually begin a bit of a series that is following a couple of sisters. Their names are Marin and Montana, and there's a reason behind those names, but I won't go into it now. Maybe I'll do that another time. But these will be part of our, they will be part of my larger fantasy series that I'm still in the world building process for. So those of you guys who have followed me for a little while know that I wrote a short story earlier in the year that won second place in a competition and will be featured in an anthology with some other just outstanding stories. I'm super excited about being part of that. But that short story and this short story series, it's all interconnected. And you can see in the short story that I posted last week some ways where the two connect. So in my other story, and my main character for the fantasy series, her name is Elspeth. And I know everybody has trouble with that name. I love that name, but I have to kind of slow down and try to say it right too. So in case you're wondering, it's Elspeth. So she is my real main character, but there are going to be a lot of other characters that go along with this story, of course, because it's going to be a pretty huge undertaking and a pretty huge story that kind of goes across a lot of different realms. And yeah, I can't say a ton because I don't want to give anything away at this point, but it's been fun for me to figure out little ways that I can give little sneak peeks and little parts of this whole larger story so that you guys can kind of enjoy it along with me, if that makes sense. So it's been a challenge to figure out what I can tell and what I can share and what I can go ahead and put out there and what I need to hold on to. So like, for instance, with this short story that I wrote last week, my inspiration was actually the hashtag blog battle or it's not a competition. Well, it kind of is. But anyway, it's like a short story thing. So once a month they put up a prompt, and it's usually like a one-word prompt. So this, for August, the prompt was moon. And at the very beginning of August, right after they posted it, I started writing a short story. Also in this world, in the fantasy world that I've been creating. I was super excited about it. I really do love it. I'm really excited about it. But the problem was it gave major spoilers for the story way down the road. So I knew I couldn't post it. I couldn't share it with anybody. So I kind of tucked it away and wasn't sure if I was going to write anymore or not. And then this kind of came up last week. But you'll be able to read more about why I decided to write it and what was so good for me personally about writing a short story last week. That will actually be in this week's blog post. It turns out it was just something that I really needed to do because my summer has been so insane. It hasn't been the way that I've wanted it to be, and I've had some discouragements. I've also had some really amazing things happen this summer, so I don't want it to sound like it's been a total downer. It's just been a lot to try to juggle and handle. So it was a good thing for me to write this story last week because it really kind of refueled my creative tank, I guess you could say. And so anyway, I hope you guys enjoy that. But does anybody have any other recommendations or any requests? Yes, Book Fest. Okay, so May and I went, sorry, we've had some illnesses in our family and I'm a little bit coffee, I guess. That's not a word. Oh well, I can make it a word, right? I'm a wordsmith. Anyway, we went to the Mississippi Book Fest, which was incredible. We got to hear Salman Rushdie, which was really cool. That was just a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that I really enjoyed. And we got to hear Jesmyn Ward, which was also super cool. And she lives near me, so I really would like to meet her. She is just awesome. I really enjoyed listening to her talk, and I look forward to reading some of her books. And then we just went to a whole bunch of great panels. Everything that we went to, everybody we talked to, everybody we met, just everything that we did was just wonderful. For Megan and I, that kind of is the event where we kind of reconnected, because we were roommates in college, and then we kind of lost touch for a while and reconnected over our writing. And then we decided to go to this together. So this past month was our third time to go to the Mississippi Book Fest, and it was just great. So every year is just a little bit better than the last one, and we don't think that that's possible, but it always ends up being that way. So that is so cool. So Jesmyn and Rick Bragg are going to the indie store, I'm guessing in Hattiesburg, which is super cool. You'll have to give me those dates, or you can post it here, and that way everybody can see like when they'll be there. So if you're in the Hattiesburg area, that would be a really, really cool thing to go to. But yeah, so every year just gets a little bit better. We learn a lot, and it also, I don't know, it really just helps us get excited for our next writing year. So like we figured out this time, we kind of base our entire writing year. It begins at the Mississippi Book Fest. And it's kind of cool to look at it that way, because this year I happened to look back and I saw just how much writing I had accomplished since the last book fest, and it was really amazing. And it really kind of encouraged me and made me feel like, oh, well, maybe I am actually doing some things. So when you look at it like that, it kind of helps. So, oh yeah, really, really great. Amy just reminded us that Banned Books Week is September 22nd through 29th. Also, this month, I'm pretty sure, is National Library Month, okay? So those are two things to get involved with. So, wherever you guys happen to be, I'm sure that your libraries have things going on. Our library always does Food for Fines in September, and they also do kind of like a book card or library card drive, I guess you could call it, where they encourage people to sign up and get their library cards. And then you can bring in food, canned food for a local pantry in exchange for the fines. I'm so sorry, my dogs are going to start fighting. So you get to see, that's Bentley is the black one and Romy is the crazy brown one. Yeah, anyway, don't let that distract you. And then Banned Books Week. So that would be a great opportunity to read some books that maybe have been banned in the past or even are banned currently. So that's pretty cool. All right, so let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I was gonna say. If you guys have any other suggestions. Oh, Girl, Wash Your Face. I want to read that. All right, so May is reading that. Are you loving it so far? Because that's, everybody I've heard who's read it is just thinks it's the greatest thing ever. And I have seen that video clip of her talking. So I get it. Texting and walking, no, that's a bad combination. Just stop. So yeah, that's on my list too. So yeah, seriously, that has come highly recommended from several people. So if you're looking for a book that'll just kind of inspire you in whatever you're doing, that seems to be a really good one that a lot of people mention. So anyway, upcoming stuff, let's see, the reading book challenge. So if you're doing that, you got until September 30th. We'll see if I even complete my own challenge. I may not. We'll see how that goes. And other than that, I don't think I have anything else. Y'all can listen to my crazy dogs if you want to, but other than that, that's pretty much all I was going to chat about tonight. But continue to, do comments. This will be up on my page in a few minutes. and it'll be there. So if you guys have other recommendations or you want to ask for recommendations, go ahead and put them in the comments and I'll get back with you guys. So I hope you all have a great week, a great September. I hope you get to read a lot of books, or at least one, and I hope it's a good one. And I'd love to hear about it next month. So we will be back on, I think it's October 3rd, or no, it's October 1st, whatever that first Monday is. So I'll see you guys then. Y'all have a great night. Bye.